Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of Plague Inc. Evolved. Last episode, I shot my mouth off and talked about a lot of scenarios I would like to be added to the game. And then I looked at the scenarios, and at least a few of them are actually in the game. So, always look before you leap. Let me go ahead and start off by saying, please whitelist me or turn off any ad blockers, help me make a living. Today we're going to be playing as the Neurax worm. Last time we played as the fungus on normal and beat it. We're gonna hopefully do the same with the Neurax worm and play that on normal, unlock the parasite, just work our way down all these plagues and beat the game. We've got several things here. Get bonus DNA at the beginning. We'll use that. We have only one option here, which increases the spreading over land. We only have one here that increases the plague in arid climates. And then we have this one that cost to de-evolve doesn't increase, or bonus DNA when devolving. I think I'll do bonus DNA when devolving. Is that what we chose? Yes, good. Okay. Playing on normal. First time doing the Neurax, so we get the default name. We're not going to use PAX 12. I think we're going to call this guy Wormy. Because that's what he is, a worm. So we need to select a start location. If there was anybody, this is one of those plagues where you might have a little bit of play in it if you chose a different area, but let's see. But choosing like Australia would be bad because there's no land borders. Let's choose Egypt. Egypt is a poor country, really. It's an arid country, and it is a hot country. When you make those statements saying one's a poor country and one's not, you're kind of getting close to slandering an entire country. I don't think any country is really going to want to say that they're a poor country, except for the really, really poor countries that are willing to admit it. And in today's economy, almost every country is a poor country, but not on the same levels. Wormy is a Neurax worm, undiscovered for thousands of years. Now humans will have entered its natural habitat and given it the means to spread. So, what it's going to do is get on the brain of the people and burrow its tendrils deeper and deeper in the brain and control more. Notice here, this is the transmission screen. There's nothing usual here. We don't have air, we don't have water to start off with. We just have these new transmission traits. We have consorter locomotion, consortina, ability to grip with portions of its body after pulling or pushing other sections, allows faster movement outside the host, increasing infectivity. So for short times this can be outside the host and move around better. Genetic swaps. Worms are able to exchange genetic material inside host body, increases the chance of mutation. Okay, we don't want mutations right now. And then eggs Neurax worm produces eggs that are ejected from the host brain in the thousands, increasing infectiousness. So this is definitely what we want. And from eggs 1, we've unlocked the standard bird one, insect one, and rodent one. Now notice this is insect, not livestock. Usually it's livestock, and usually they're over there. So increases infectivity here. This one, ability to propagate fictional waves along the length of the worm allows it to increase the speed and range outside host, increasing infectiousness. So does this one increase infectiousness more than this? Yes, it does. So from this one, you have to go 2 up before we're at air and water again. A different system here. Different layout. Getting these up are gonna do different things. Notice it's glowing a little bit now. Oh. Symptoms. Completely different symptoms. Neural breach. Breach the blood-brain barrier to allow access to the host brain. Causes dystoria and rapid eye blinking. So the very first symptom you're gonna do is going to increase the severity a little bit and probably get yourself detected. Now on your ability screen we have the standard drug resistance, genetic hardening, and then you have Trojan plans. Manipulate the dopamine transporters resulting in a form of ADHD which encourages hosts to fly to a target country. So we're going to actually be able with this ability to pinpoint and select the countries we want to infect, which might be helpful. So very different symptoms, very different transmissions, and a unique ability. Now when we get over here, nothing's changed. Again, this screen, not a lot changes. The grass screen, I don't think it's ever going to change. I don't think this is ever going to change. There's some good info in those screens, just you don't need them very often. So we have 2 DNA. We're going to watch as Egypt's infection rate climbs up. 5 infected at the moment, and we got 3 DNA now. So we're going to have to keep an eye on this. We're already getting DNA just added instead of as pop-up bubbles. Festival of Love in Egypt. Well, what can we do? If we evolve this, I don't think we're gonna be able to do anything. I already clicked on it, so too late if I was gonna change my mind on that. I don't think we're gonna get the symptom for the Festival of Love very fast. Next one is cerebral tendrils. Tendrils produce a cerebral cavity begins, enables the increased control of the brain. So we do that, but then the next one is just more control of the brain, more control of the brain, more control of the brain. I don't think we get to very normal symptoms at all. So I've made this very severe, very early. Probably should have done that. That may be the death rate. I want to get 9 or 10 DNA. Start spreading this across the seas and the airplanes. $300 infected. That was a pretty big jump. So we go ahead and infect that. Get it across the airplanes. We've infected Libya or Algeria. I think Libya. So 18 here and 16 here. A lot of it's still the same strategy, but it's a little bit different. You've got some new abilities. Goldman Stanley Bank Crisis. The investment bank reportedly I can't pronounce that word. Catastrophic losses today due to the technical error in their random number generator. So that means every country is going to be poor, I guess. So if I get this one evolved, and this one's already evolved, there will be something here. that combines the two. This one, I don't think requires anything. Oh, look here, the Q-tip is wrong too. It says evolve bird 1. Bird 1 is here. So, little bug in your game there when you hover. Didn't even know you could hover. It's not telling you much information anyways when you hover. If you're hovering for a long time to pop up one of those, you need to probably pop up a little bit more information. I always find those hover things are never descriptive enough. Even if you're just gonna put like click here for more info. The Linux equivalent of that is it says type man to read the manual for this program. I'm like, well, I just typed help, and you turn the help around to just tell me to read the manual. So this is Air 3, waxy membrane that allows the survival in air conditioning vents and other arid locations. Increases infectivity, especially in rich and hot countries. So, while Air 2 is about the airplanes, Air 3 really just means that the worms can survive in the worms can survive out in the air, which is fun, but it's a little bit different. Evolve this one, eggs, increase infectivity, and then we have water 3, warm eggs gain the ability to thrive in unsanitized water, greatly increasing infectivity in poor countries, especially in poor countries. So you get about the same boost in infectivity for either one. We're not ready to start the mutations. Notice he's getting bigger and bigger. Our Neurax one. I'm not sure if these creatures actually exist. I bet there's something similar to it in the world, but I'm not sure there's one that could ever infect a human. They've noticed the disease now. That was a little too early. There are some unique win scenarios in this Neurax worm. Oh, they're already starting to work on the cure. This is no good. No good at all. 11 DNA to get drug resistance. I'm not sure drug resistance would actually work in the real world for a worm. They're just pretty unique things. I'm not sure that any antibiotics or anything like that would have any effect at all. Or antiviral. Well, antibiotics wouldn't and antivirals wouldn't. You'd need some kind of anti-parasitics. It'd be very specialized type. Alright, we're getting that DNA. That's what we need. 17 scrap. Libya's getting infected like crazy. I keep calling it scrap. I'm so used to playing FTL, faster than light. My series, my other series that I just probably at this point have finished. It's DNA. Wormy, just another parasite. Scientists tell public not to worry about Wormy. Although unpleasant, it does not appear to cause any symptoms in humans, and it will be easily cured. Great, they're underestimating me. Exactly what I would love to happen. Let's see. So let's turn on this ability, then Trojan Plains, and then let's see. So, Trojan Plains, we did Trojan Plains 2. We're going to start using those. I want to get Air 3 though. 2. So here is a Trojan Plain. Now you click and you drag. There is actually more to this game. And our Trojan plane hits Greenland, which is one of our most difficult countries. We'll go ahead and hit, let's see, nobody in New Zealand infected. Notice we're hovering over it, and it's showing you nobody's infected. Can be a little bit of a trouble trying to get it to actually hit the thing on the touchscreen. This works actually a lot better. Darn it, I missed the DNA. This is happening so fast. There's people in Japan, there's people in New Guinea, Australia. We want to find a country that's not infected at all. United States, Sweden. iCure device announced to help cure Wormy. That can work either way for us. Let's go ahead and get some symptoms. Harder to concentrate on complex work, making it harder to cure. Memory loss. Neurotic plaques deposited on gray matter significantly impact memory and learning. Very hard to cure. Alright. Aneurysm. Tendrils feed off blood vessels of the brain, which causes aneurysm. Can be lethal and hard to accurately diagnose. Beta receptor blockers release, dampening anxiety in the host and lessening severity of allergic reactions to the worm. Notice there's no lethality on this yet. Make synthesis, whatever. That was a lot of big words in a row. Significantly reduces anxiety in the host and minimizes the severity of reactions. Going down this path to this point makes it less harder to cure. This path makes them less interested in curing it. Alright, psychosis is the next one. Tendrils tweak dopamine receptors, inducing occasional states of psychosis and personality shifts to better accommodate the worm. That's right, so we evolved psychosis, and now we have the choice, alteration. Surges of testosterone and estrogen hijack the host emotions and create desire to spread the infection. They start loving me. Or despair, altered serotonin levels impact mood regulation, inducing feelings of depression and the host and lessen and self-preservation instincts. So I can either make them love me or I can make them want to kill themselves. Look how big the Neurax's worm is. He's just going to get bigger and bigger. We'll make him love me. And then devotion. Surges of dopamine and serotonin compel the host to constantly think about the worm and trigger intense rushes of pleasure. So they're going to love me even more. And then obsession. Severe damage to the orbital cortex triggers OCD, forcing hosts to obsess over a specific worm-related task. Nice. So going this path, I have made them now, they're gonna love the worm. They're never gonna want to get rid of it. So I can evolve insanity, I can evolve aggression, or I can evolve mania if I want them to become violent. But I don't. The next thing I want to evolve for 47 DNA is transcendence. Overdose of oxytocin and vasoaspirin? I haven't seen that word before. Forces host into a premature state of worship acceptance. Permanent state of worship and acceptance. Treating the Neuraxes as an eternal god. That's right. We're not gonna kill the people. They're just gonna worship us forever. So 47 scrap is all it takes. New obsession, earthworm collecting. Reports are coming in all over the world that the extreme obsession of collecting earthworms. Psychologists are baffled and can't explain the new craze. I can explain it. We can explain it pretty well. That's our obsession working. We're trying to get these planes to countries that are less infected. Wormy has been placed on a watch list. I think it's probably too late. I think we've got this. China is leading the global effort here. Well, you know what? They're going to stop. They're going to stop really fast. Global research is focused on the cure. I don't believe that's going to be the case for very much longer. I'm at 45. Here we go. Transcendence. Genetic reshuffle is 18. And that's the next amount of scrap I want to use. Just do some genetic reshuffles. Here we go. Next one's 27. UK is about to break down. Cure research is starting to slow. That was wrong. So we've got Iceland. Finland's more infected. Sweden's more infected. Canada is not that infected. Iceland. Spain is in anarchy. Oh, Caribbean hasn't been infected at all. Darn it. Infected worship Wormy. People infected with Wormy are reporting visions of rapture and a glorious new overlord species. Without a cure, life as we know it may be over. 35% to the cure. Alright. Caribbean, I am hoping, is the last country that isn't infected. So it should start spreading now everywhere. It's hard to see. Notice it's getting orange and not red. Because we're not really killing anybody. Well, we've killed about 45,000 people, but not on a global scale really killing anybody. We're just infecting them. Just becoming part of their natural lives. CDC hunts patient zero. The CDC dispatches teams worldwide to try and identify the Wormy patient zero. They hope the information will accelerate development of a cure. Well, while they're trying to accelerate development, I'm trying to slow it. So 2 genetic reshuffles back to back. I could increase infectivity now since I have nothing else to really do. So 14, 27. As we get more scrap, let's see. Who's not completely infected? Let's go to Iceland. Big burst of infection with the plane going back. So that's why you would have them go somewhere else. It's just... Notice they're singing Ring Around the Rosie there. That is a song about, I believe, tuberculosis. At least that's what I heard. Maybe that's not true. Maybe I should go to Snopes.com and check that out. It looks like most of the countries are already completely infected. So let's see. Let's find one that's not completely infected. I don't know if there is any other one. Oh, the Caribbean. Yeah. Go back to the Caribbean, reinfect them. Get them a big burst. Look at that. 1 Trojan plane. So, when we look at countries, all of them are infected, but there's no dead. It's a different win scenario. As soon as 100% is infected, that's the end of this. We don't have to infect them. Once they worship us, once we have transcendence enabled, the whole planet will become the theocracy of the Wormy. All hail the Wormy. We love Wormy. Do we say the Wormy or Wormy? We say both. Doesn't matter. Just worship it more. This really wouldn't be a terrible fate for the human race either. Everybody would feel great. Everybody would love it. Who cares if it's your own real emotions or being forced upon you because of some parasite? I guess some people would care about that, but I mean, whatever. You're happy. Who's to say your emotions now aren't being controlled by something you ate or some parasite? So it's really hard to prove. Back to Iceland. There are now no healthy people left in the world, so we have won. Oh, people are starting to die. That's a shame. Wormy enslaves humanity. The whole world worships Wormy as their god and master. Efforts to cure the plague have ceased, and humanity is entering a dark new future as a slave species. Oh, why you gotta say it like that? Wormy has made everybody happy. We love Wormy. All worship Wormy. Victory! The whole world worships Wormy as their god and master. Efforts to cure the plague have ceased and humanity is entering... I mean, that's the exact same thing you just said. Why do I need two pop-ups saying the same thing? Just don't say it here. Just say victory. So, that's the first plague we've come across where you don't have to just kill every single person. Neurax's Swarm was added as an update later than the original plagues, and it certainly was a welcome improvement to make it so that there are different win scenarios, so there are different transmission abilities, different symptoms, different everything. Well, almost everything, a lot with them. I enslaved humanity in less than 450 days, not less than, exactly 450 days. And so, that's less than 2 years. Got me 11,300 points, which seems very close to the score we got last time. Which I guess means we did about as well. Anyways, we did it. We've beaten the Neurax's worm, and because of that we have unlocked the symptostasis gene and the parasite plague type. So next episode we play as the parasite on normal. Yes, we know we unlocked it, you just told us. Difference between a parasite and the Neurax's worm is kind of a theoretical silliness. I'm not sure if there really is a Neurax's worm in the real world, if there's any kind of creature that could burrow into our brains and make us worship it as a god. There are some creatures that can do that to other creatures, but I've never seen it work on humans. The parasite, on the other side, just wants to live alongside its host and only slightly affect it, not completely control it. And so that's what we'll be playing as next time, as a little parasite. And with that we have unlocked the symptostasis, which is still not a mutation gene. It is a evolution gene. So symptoms cost don't increase, but it's easier to cure. Now you start getting these abilities where symptoms would be cheaper, but it's easier for the whole disease to be cured. I have never found it a smart move to actually take this. You'd have to play a very fast strategy if you're going to try and kill and infect all the people and not have a cure be developed. by the time it would be, since you're making it easier. So I don't even think we'll use symptostasis, but we're slowly, with every victory, unlocking all of these, and eventually it is going to be forced to give us a mutation gene. It's gonna have to, eventually. But that's it for this episode. As always, I ask that you like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to fund me or support me, you can do that by clicking on my name, going to my main YouTube page. On the right there is a button that says support this channel. Click there. Any amount you can donate will definitely help me out and very much be appreciated. If you want to follow me on Twitter or Google Plus or Steam or Battle.net, all that information is down below. Please do follow me and friend me. That would be great. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.